Today I want to do a video about the planting of dhania. Dhania is such a crop that gives you very small income in small bits, but it allows you to be able to get a constant revenue from your garden. So farming is all about you try to combine a little bit of what you have, so you get a little bit of money from every different thing that you plant. So dhania, the beauty about it is that it is disease resistant, because even the snails and other pests do not like them. And this dhania, you just plant them and you put manure. Once you feed in manure, then you're done. You don't need to stress yourself much. I'll give you a closer look. So this is how, if for example because we are soon to harvest, it has very nice taste, but this is kienyeji seedlings. So we're contemplating on replicating the seedlings because we don't have much of the seedlings. So if you can see, that is a batch of dhania. The aromatic smell that it has is just amazing. It's really amazing. I don't need to tell you. I use this dhania for cooking, and I tell you that stew was just something else, because the coriander just gave a very beautiful taste to the meat curry. So as you can see, like that is a batch, and you can see from where I've just uprooted it. Yeah, so you can just approximate the all of this small seed bed, how much it can give of dhania. So if you have a small space, you want to generate a little bit of income, try dhania, because dhania is something that you plant it so quickly, and within a short period of time, within a month, you'll be able to get whatever you want. It will need a lot of watering. It does well when it has enough manure, and you need the right seedlings. So these are kienyeji seedlings, which actually I was given from the village. I brought them to the city. So I'm not intending on harvesting the whole entire batch of the dhania, simply because I want to propagate more seedlings so that I can be able to plant more seed beds of dhania, and I can be able to reach a desired maximum, optimum return on dhania. So it's a challenge to us that we should understand that small crops like this can earn you a revenue. So you can clearly see, if you have a small space in your backyard, you can clearly see. So if this, I don't know, for those who quantify, how much do you quantify this dhania for? Because the last time I was in the market, this is for 10 shillings. Yes, that's for 10 shillings. You see? Yeah, that's for 10 shillings. And for sure, this is dhania which is so beautiful, such that when you land into the market, you don't struggle for market. One beautiful thing I've learned of organic gardening is that people look for you. People look for your produce. You don't look for the market. You just need to strategically position yourself and introduce them into the market. And once you introduce them into the market, they will be ready to know how your things work, and they will just be able to buy your produce. Like I can't tell you how much I'm being called every time and asked whether I'm delivering vegetables. The market demand is such a huge market. Don't be greedy for money. Just build your customer base slowly, and then after you've built your customer base slowly, you can be able to now maximize your return. So next batch is we're planting more dhania. So we'll be planting more dhania in the next batch. We have a few seedlings of this that have remained, so we'll be replicating them and putting them in another seed bed. And then after that, we are doing Dhania, which is from Amiran, Kenya. There's some Dhania I bought some time back and I've never planted them. So actually that is what we want to try and see how best they are. If the seedlings from Amiran, Kenya turn out to be as good as the Kienyeji Dhania, then I might increase the space and the quantity of the Dhania that I use. But right now, the only limitation, the biggest limitation I have is the seedlings. The biggest limitations I have is the seedlings. So this is a challenge to all of us, that even as we are producing commercially to take into the market, we need to also understand, how do we nurture our traditional seedlings? How do we propagate them? How do we make them to be able to reach a mass market? Because if you can see, these are traditional seedlings which have really done well, and you can see how green this Dhania is. Actually, you can just see how green it is. Yeah, you can just see how green it is. And if you were delivering this to an hotel, I'm telling you for sure, they would ask you for a whole bag of Dhania for the whole entire week. It is something that can market itself. It's just that I can't be able to distribute a big chunk of it to people. But if I was to give each of you to do a sample on this Dhania, the replica of it is just something else. So I'll keep on showing you the next seed bed, which will be done actually tomorrow, because we'll be putting, now we've already prepared the seed bed on the farthest end. So we'll be putting some more Dhania there. Those ones are from Amiran. And then we'll also put the Kienyeji Dhania down, some more of this. And if I was to show you this 2 weeks ago before the rains, it was just looking sparkling, like it was not growing. And if you can see, there's some managu that have just sprouted itself in the middle of the Dhania. Yeah, you can see that is managu. So the kind of weeds that it gets is very minimal weeds. I'm just trying to show you. You see, there's no weeds actually. And because these leaves are very tall, you will not be able to uproot with the grass and then take them to the market. You know how our Dhania is usually packaged, yeah? So if I can just tell you briefly, that is all that we have today about Dhania. And in case you have any queries, you can just let us know. Let's keep being engaged. Let's do organic farming. Let's also create it as an income generating venture, and share experiences of things that are worthwhile, profitable, that you can have a small space in your backyard. I'm sure this would fetch someone not less than 3,000 shillings. I'll be able to tell you, but because I've reserved and said I'm not taking it to the market, because I had a ready market, but the fear of not getting the same seedlings is what is making me to propagate them. So the birds are going to sleep in the evening. It's been a wonderful day in the garden. I just needed to shoot something for you to be able to learn. So we're growing. Our farm is growing. I can give you a glimpse. It's growing. Those are spinach seedlings that are still coming up. The spinach are entirely from Amiran, Kenya. Then that is managu. As you can see, that is managu, the whole of that. And now it's coming out so uniformly. But the managu that is just beginning there, that is new managu, which was just transplanted like a week ago. So it's still finding its footing, its bearing, so that it can come up. But you can see the other managu, how beautiful they look. So we will feature that. I'll tell you how we did our spacing, why we did that spacing for the managu. It was very intentional, and it's because we wanted to maximize on space. So we'll feature that on our next outlook on the managu. For now, it's a good evening, and please keep on doing your farming. Never lose hope. Let's learn from each other, and let's keep the good things going. Let's share also our failures, because that will allow us to be able to stop making double mistakes. So yes, so we are still maximizing our space in the shamba, and that is the beauty about it. So cheers, people. You can just hear the river is flowing just right there where you see those bananas. That is where we get our water. That's where we pump our water from. We don't pump it from somewhere where it's not hygienically fit. It's actually, I like coming to wash my hands here when I come from the farm. Yeah, so as you can see, that's the river there. You can see that water? Yes, so that's what we feed our plants with. You can clearly see it's river flowing water. Cheers, people, and do have a nice evening. Bye bye.